It's Cornwall's Pirate FM. This is Neil Caddy at breakfast. So pleased to be able to welcome onto the show right now. It's Danny O'Donoghue from The Script. Good morning, Danny.
Oi, oi, how you doing, Neil?
Hey, great to speak to you. I mean, you are a guy who has been so busy over the last 12 months or so. I mean, not only with the band, with The Script, but also on TV every Saturday night, yeah?
I know, you guys had the unfortunate pleasure of having to deal with me every Saturday night on television. No, yeah, you know, anytime something new comes along, it's fresh, you know, and it's got a massive amount of credibility as well. It matched really the ethos of the band, that we were all about music, and to go on a show like that and to be invited onto a show where, you know, your opinion really does matter and it does count. I love the fact that, you know, all the coaches, because we're not there to judge, we're called coaches. You know, we've all got vast levels and different levels of experience in the industry. You know, obviously people who are massively successful like Tom Jones and with the likes of Will.i.am, and then you've got the likes of Jesse and myself who are, you know, let's say on our way there. We're on just a different kind of step on the stairs, I guess, on the stairway to heaven. But you know, I think it's great. You were getting such a different insight from different genres and different times and different eras even as well. So yeah, it was a show I'm really proud to have on my CV anyway.
You know, you are music legends, each and every one of you in your own right. However, you're all so different with your opinions and the way that you would talk to your artists and stuff. I mean, so it just goes to show that, you know, when you're at the top of your game and you've kind of been there and done it, there's still so much different from one artist to another.
Oh, no, but it is. I mean, you know, well, I found the same thing, you know, that it wasn't just my advice that I was kind of, I was, you know, interested to hear what I was going to say. It was everybody else's, you know, listening to Tom, and he's a different approach to Jesse and Will, and, you know, I think that kind of solidified it, that there isn't one way to make it in the industry. It's whatever you make it yourself. You know, life's what you make it, and I think everybody on the panel has made it so far. And it's just from following their heart and following their dreams, and really that's it. That is the point, you know, that there isn't one particular way. You don't have to go on, let's say, a reality show to make it. You know, I came from the background where, you know, we started off in really small clubs and pubs and bands, and bands that were like Battle of the Bands, came with the traditional route, and that's what I added to the judging panel. Was I was the only one who's in a band, an actual real instrument playing band, to give that side of advice too, you know. That you know, credibility, holding your head up high, being able to do songs on a show every week that wasn't compromising who you are as an artist, you know, be it if they fell on that sword or not. I mean, Alex Josh, one of the guys, one of those 17-year-old boys that I had in my team, he you know, he picked a song one week that Will and Jesse went really in on him for picking. And he was just standing there, goes, well, I don't care. You know why? Because I picked the song myself. I got to sing a song I wanted to sing in front of the nation. And I don't care if you don't like it or not, because I did. And that's the point of it, is enjoying it yourself. Who cares what anybody else thinks? As long as you enjoy it. And it's a good song.
Very jealous of the chairs.
Yeah, man, everybody is. Yeah.
Okay, chatting to Danny O'Donoghue on the show this morning. More from him next, after something from his band, The Script. Here's Hall of Fame at Cornwall's Pirate FM. Cornwall's Pirate FM. This is Neil chatting to mentor on the TV show The Voice, Danny O'Donoghue. So, look, being in a band, what are the toughest things when you're all starting out?
Well, I guess starvation was one, you know, not eating, you know, and I mean, I say that kind of lightly, but there are, any band, any struggling musician out there knows that you're just a liability to a bank, you know. They won't loan you any money, you're self-employed, you know, you're really living hand to mouth, and I really mean that sincerely. You know, you play a show in a pub on the weekend, you get your couple of £100, and then that's to do you till the next show, and you don't know where your next check is coming from. You don't know where, you know, there was a point, I remember being in America, actually, myself and Mark, you know, we weren't able to pay the rent on the apartment that we had for the month, and the electricity obviously was cut off halfway during the month as well, because we didn't have the money for that. And when the electricity cut off, I was like, what's that smell? I was like, oh no, it's the fridge. The fridge was defrosting. And everything that we kind of got, our last paycheck, we'd saved up all this frozen food and we put it in the fridge. You know, so all the frozen food, all our, you know, all like everything, frozen peas, chips, like things that, you know, pizzas that we keep you going for a while, we're all melting now. I'm like, oh, you know, well, can't mention that expletive on air. So what we did was we ran down to the local gas station. And in America, because it's so hot over there, everywhere has ice. Like everywhere sells ice. So out in the front of the the actual petrol station, they had all these bags and buckets of ice. You know where they might have the coal or newspapers. But myself and Mark were like, right, keep sketching. So he kept an eye. And when no one was looking, we robbed a load of ice. We literally took off running down the street with 2 big giant bags of ice each over our shoulders, like little thieves in the night. And we got back to the apartment, opened up the ice, put it in the bath, and then put all the food into the bath, so to keep it on for another, maybe 2 or 3 days. But that's the grind. It's no different or no worse to anybody else out there who's in the same industry. You kind of do what you need to get by. So, I'm not promoting going out and stealing anything. I was very young and impressionable at the time.
Yes, so. Children. Just tell me, so you can either answer this as Danny O'Donoghue or as the script. Yeah. What has been the greatest moment so far?
The greatest moment for the script, I have to go back to the early days, because now that you know our story, and it took us literally 10 years in the making. When the album went number 1 in the UK and Ireland, it was the first band since U2 to do such a feat. I think that was it. It was every person who had ever told me to give up, or anybody who had told me that it's over and the dream is over, I was it was just a satisfaction of all that weight lifting off my shoulders. It was an incredible moment, really, really incredible moment. I'd love to say I called them up and was like, I told you so, but I didn't. It's because it spoke for itself, and I'm just so glad that something I was doing ended up turning out right, because I could be still there doing it now. I guess just luck and fate at the same time, something magic happened. So the culmination of all my life's work, kind of came into that, and it was the first time I ever got some kind of a pat on the back. Or I've never won competitions. I haven't really been a lucky guy in my life. But this was the one thing that was, look after the songs, and the songs will look after you. If you can pour your heart and your emotions onto a page at 3 o'clock in the morning, you never know, it might end up actually putting clothes on your back one day. It's a fantastic job to be in. One I'm very lucky in. And again, thanks to the fans, because I know a lot of bands say, I think I've got the best fans in the world. I'm like, I know I do. I know we do.
Right, here's the brand new song from the script, playing at Cornwall's Pirate FM. This is called Millionaires. Great to speak. Cheers, Danny.
No problem, man. Talk to you soon.
Kicking us out, saying it's time to close. We're leaning on each other, trying to beat the cold. Carry your shoes and I give you my coat. Yeah. We're walking these